Marble Slab was founded in 2003 in Calgary, Alberta. Ice cream has always been a large part of Japanese culture. They take pride in their ice cream, however, have not been exposed to Western flavors. In fact, in 2010, ice cream generated over $3.8 billion in revenue and has gradually gone up. So this is why I've decided that Marble Slab would be a good fit to move into Japan. Japan's economy is very prosperous as the technological capital of the world. Because of this, people have extra spending money and are willing to spend on commodities such as ice cream. In fact, ice cream is more expensive in Japan and comes in smaller servings. In addition, because of its population density, a business like Marble Slab within a city would see thousands of people commuting back and forth during the day. The more people around the shop, the more chances there will be for sales. Japan is a great suit for this business. Not only is it a democratic government where there'll be no issues with government intervention when moving into their market, but their weather also favors cold foods as their summers are much hotter compared to Canada, and as stated before, their economy is very well off, leading to consumers having more spending money. A possible pitfall would be that they don't like the flavors or they don't like the fillings. A way to avoid this is to incorporate Japanese flavors of ice cream and fillers as well as the Western ones. Japanese culture has a very different type of pop culture compared to Canada. They rely more on manga, anime, and video games for their leisure times. Marble Slab can use these to their advantage by having Japanese pop culture themes in their shop, such as anime cups, manga art, and video games. An issue in the market is that there are already many Japanese brands of ice cream, which are quite popular. However, their flavors are very different from Western flavors and would provide a niche for Marble Slab. A way to stand out from the dominated market would be the new flavors in the store and the ability to fill the ice cream with any toppings, something not yet brought to Japan. Opening up shops in heavily populated areas will give it the exposure it needs to attract customers, just due to the sheer density of people. In addition, the prices of the Western ice cream would be lower than Japanese ice cream, as it costs more and is given in smaller quantities. The price would attract consumers too. Because of its niche and lower price, the amount of competition is practically eliminated. A good way to advertise the Marble Slab business would be to reach out to social media sources such as Instagram and Twitter to put out paid for ads to let the Japanese population know that Marble Slab has come to Japan. Social media is a great way to advertise products and businesses. As millions of people use it, it's much cheaper and much easier to access. In order to open a business in another country, it's important to understand how the culture's business life and work life operates and how to do it fairly. An average workday in Japan can range from 8 to 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, with 20 to 40 hours of overtime being unpaid. People who are of working age have been dropping in population lately in Japan, as the birth rate has also dropped significantly. In fact, in 2007, there were more deaths than there were births. Minimum wage ranges from 907 yen to 693 yen, which is around $10.75 to $8.33 Canadian. However, the wage is constantly changing and increases around 2 to 5% annually based on the company's revenues and total revenues in Japan. There are workers' unions in Japan, however there haven't been any major issues since the 1970s, ever since the annual wage increase. The workforce in Japan is extremely strict and value hard work and effort. Most workers overwork and in fact work overtime every day without pay. This causes their average 8-hour shifts to usually last around 12 to 14 hours daily. It's not that bad, however. Japanese workers receive many perks. Workers get annual or biannual windfall bonuses that meet or exceed their typical monthly salary. There is also tremendous job security in Japan thanks to a system of lifetime employment. Businesses must ensure that they give these perks to their employees. There are positives to the workforce in Japan, including longer hours of operation, harder workers, and better education. One of the only real negatives is the overworked. The fact that they work 8 to 12-hour days is an issue, as you can lose employee credibility and satisfaction because of these hours. A way to negate this is to shorten the hours. Instead of working 12 hours a day, I believe working 10 hours a day would be able to satisfy the needs of employees. I believe that Marble Slab could easily be successful in the Japanese market following my plan.
Audio Jungle.